on our New Year's Eve show, or I believe that was our first show back.
Yeah.
From New Year's. Joey, if you guys notice, hold on, I'll turn this. I think if I turn this down, you guys can see it. Yeah, we all have our little names, and Joey kind of renames himself every show and gives himself a little nickname, and we like it. It's a fun little thing. It's always a little nugget about what's going on. Anyways, he had I'm feeling 22 or something for our New Year's show.
Was, hey, I don't know about you.
Oh, hey, I don't know about you. Okay, and then we all put together feeling 22. We started talking about Taylor Swift after the show. I don't even think we got into it in the show.
No.
And then it just turned out that we all kind of like Taylor Swift, and we're all a little bit of Swifties. And in our comments, we started going at each other with our favorite Taylor Swift songs, and a competition was born. And we all decided to bring to you our starting 5 Taylor Swift songs. So, Joey, if you have that Rolling Stones starting 5, you want to bring that up. So this is Rolling Stone magazine, you said?
Yeah, so Rolling Stone magazine in November, I think, when Taylor announced that she was planning on re-releasing all of her music, they went through and ranked 206 of her songs. This included covers and original music. So they got like all of her Christmas songs and everything. So they had 206 songs with like a paragraph about each one and why it's good. So if you're a Swiftie, go ahead and search Rolling Stones Taylor Swift, and you'll find yourself some good reading material. The top 5, though, that they came up with, I believe none of us were really knew of these songs. Yeah. I did go listen to all of them.
So did I.
I liked one, I think, out of the 5.
I had some thoughts, yes.
But in order from 5 to 1, so 5 is August. 4 is Delicate. 3 was Mirrorball. 2 was New Romantics, and 1 is the ever popular 10-minute version of All Too Well.
Oh, I did not listen to the 10-minute version of that. I listened to the original All Too Well. I enjoyed that one.
It's a lot. The original, I'm a much bigger fan of the original. The 10-minute one it's a lot. It's a lot of
it's a free.
Is this list kind of like the Rolling Stones music? Is this kind of like how sometimes the Oscars just go like too meta with it,
yes,
where it's
I think so.
No Country for Old Men? I don't want to get into that. That's a whole nother thing. I'm not a fan of that movie. It's boring, but everyone's like, "Oh, it's such a good movie." It's like it's not.
I thought,
but yeah, that's what this list feels like with the T Swift songs.
So I did go back and listen to them. I'm trying to remember. I don't remember a ton of them being great, other than All Too Well. Mirrorball is terrible. I don't think that song is good at all. That was
I was way off on Mirrorball. I don't think I even finished it.
Yeah, I think I got like 2 minutes into that. I was like, okay, we're good here.
It was bad. It was like it just right away. You just knew it wasn't going to happen.
I was like, how is this top 5 from Rolling Stone? I mean, come on, Rolling Stone, you're better than that. And then I felt like it was a lot of newer songs.
It was. They were very heavy on the
August
new
was
side.
off the new album. And
I did enjoy Delicate though.
Delicate was the one I liked.
It had the whole synthy kind of feeling, and I was kind of digging that part of it.
But yeah, other than that, I felt like there was a lot of misses from Rolling Stone, which is why, it's a good thing that we have our own lists. You got Adam or Chris, you guys have any thoughts on the Rolling Stones list before we start?
All Too Well is a fine song. Number 1. That's why it makes sense. It's a 10-minute song. That's why I'm like, oh yeah, this would be number 1 on a Rolling Stone kind of list. Great.
What? So wait, what are the top? Because I see in the comments now. I looked that up, but I had no idea. I didn't see that until just now.
Oh yeah, we were going off about it.
Here, Taylor list.
You could just search in the.
Here,
All Too Well.
Ranked by Rod Sheffield, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's probably it. It's really long and a bad scroll. So
yeah, I'll just scroll down if all these ads went away. Oh my God. Okay, here we go. Wait. Oh, there's pages and pages.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay. Yeah. It's like 206.
Oh my
206.
God. Okay. Now I'm in the. Okay. I got there.
All right, we can move on there. We can go to our own lists.
We got our own 5.
Anybody want to start?
I'll start because I'm the least Swiftie person on here. I did consult my wife, who has been to multiple Taylor Swift concerts.
All right,
true Swiftie. All right,
her top
we have not
5,
heard your list.
No, we haven't. So her top 5 is a pretty strong 5. I personally do not mind any of these songs by Taylor Swift. I'll do 1 through 5. I'll start with number 1.
Number 1.
Enchanted.
I have not heard that.
Okay.
Number 2, Love Story.
Love Story's a solid one.
3, You Belong With Me.
You Belong With Me. Thank you. That's a great one.
Number 4 is Should Have Said No, which I'm pretty sure that's from our first album. And then number 5, 22. I kind of respect the poppy. You need, I think, in the top 5, you need one of the poppy songs.
You gotta have a poppy. Yep.
You gotta have a poppy. I went like all pop on mine.
Okay,
that's a solid list. I said you should have said no. I haven't heard, and Enchanted I'll have to go back and listen to. But the other ones, Love Story for sure. You Belong With Me is on my top 5, and 22 is also on my top 5. So
there you go, Titus. All right.
I feel like 22 is going to be our consensus best song, but we'll see.
Titus, let's just go to you now. What's your 5?
My number 1 is You Belong With Me, and I feel like that is the definitive best Taylor Swift song. I feel like there's nothing even close, in my personal opinion, for that one. Number 2, We Are Never Getting Back Together. I just have a soft spot for that song. Also kind of poppy, but I love it. Number 3 is The One off her new album. I love that song. Great song. Here we go. Baskets Be Awesome. T Swift, let's go. All right. Number 4 is Mean. I love that jam. One of my first Taylor Swift songs I liked. And number 5, 22. I believe that's how I originally had it. So.
And actually, We're Never Getting Back Together was in the top 7.
It was in contention.
It got cut. Yeah, it got cut. Because
like ever.
It's too poppy. You gotta go with
like
that or 22, in my opinion.
No,
well, it was in my wife's opinion, but
straight pop all the way. All right. I feel like my list is solid. Joey, let's go to you.
Joey, what's your non-poppy list? Because
he's deep.
You're naming songs. There's 206 Taylor Swift songs, like you said. You're probably naming songs that Taylor Swift probably forgot that she wrote.
I could make an argument that I could pick my top 5 off the first album,
and you would be wrong,
and I could end it right there, right then and there.
But
I didn't. I picked 2 off the first album, and that's where I stopped. So right. I've got some pop in here. Actually, I have.
Give us your 5.
So number 1 is Tim McGraw, which I believe Titus said.
We'll come back to that.
Kind of all right. Number 2 is Teardrops on My Guitar.
Teardrops.
Number 3 is Blank Space.
Blank Space, solid.
Number 4 is 22. So I was up a spot on you guys. And then 5, I had Bad Blood, and today at work I was listening. I went through my list and I swapped it, so it got dropped, and I went with Style.
Okay, Style was the other one. I don't think I ever looked up.
I brought in Style over Bad Blood.
I wish you would have been playing the Taylor Swift songs as we're doing this, but
we should have.
We get copyrighted.
I do want to point out that
we get. What do we have? Like 4 viewers. We're gonna get copyrighted.
Hey.
I will point out our viewership has gone up since we started talking about Taylor
Swift. I love this.
Everybody was in on this. All right, so this all started. Part of this debate started too was that Joey said that Tim McGraw was the clear-cut best song. And me and Chris immediately said that's sus. We don't like your picks. And he said
those were the exact words.
Yeah, those are the exact words in the group chat was that's sus. And then he said Teardrops on My Guitar, and we were all like, "Look, get out of here with this crap." I went and listened to your top 5. Yeah, Tim McGraw's good. So is Teardrops on My Guitar. That was both songs I was happily listened to. I've listened to multiple times without any sort of preamble of like, I got to listen to this for the show. It was just on my own. I'm going to throw that on. I did not listen to many of the Rolling Stones picks in their top 5 again on my own. So if that means anything. And then Blank Space is a classic. 22 we've all said is, an absolute banger.
Yeah.
And Style, I will have to go back and check that out. But
the Tim McGraw song, I did listen to it, and it made sense why Joey liked it as number 1. It just felt like a very Joey song.
See, I've got this thing about music, right? And to me, music tells you a story, right?
Yes, storytelling.
And there should also be like a thing you can picture yourself doing while that music is on. Like it like reminds you of something, or it takes you to something and lets you like just dive into this whole thing, right? And to me, there's something about Tim McGraw and Teardrops on My Guitar that is like this is the hick and hillbilly in me, but like you can go out in the middle of nowhere, right? You could just drive around in your pickup truck, or you can sit in the back of it and you can just hang out and do something stupid and like, or just sit around and do nothing. Like that's that kind of music for me. And the fact that like those were her first songs, that's what she wrote, that's what like put her on the map. And to me, like those probably started the entire like revenge song thing for her that she has made famous on. And Teardrops is actually the first revenge song she actually kind of wrote. So it kind of started the whole thing for me. So that's why those two get in there. And yeah, Blank Space, the whole pen click thing in it.
That I don't
like,
know about. Yeah.
Like when she says I got a blank space, baby, and then she clicks the pen, like it, I don't know why. It's just fantastic.
That's a cool little, it's a cool little.
It's like a cool little thing. And yeah, 22 is an absolute banger. And then Style's cool. It's another one of her revenge songs with Harry Styles. So it was in response to one of his songs. This is like this whole story, and I just love that about her. It's just cool to me.
Oh man! No, all right, Adam. What? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. No, Adam. Quickly.
What's your top 5 here? What do you got?
Well, keep this in mind. These are all going to be hits, like super gross hits.
It's kind of
but because when I listen to music, I don't really listen to it because this sounds so bad. I don't listen to it for any other thing other than whether or not it sounds good. It could be honestly, if she screamed into a mic for 40 minutes, but it was on pitch and it was recorded beautifully, I might actually like it. It's one of those things where it's like, I'm not really liking it based on it's based on the musical arrangement. Yes, the musical arrangement matters, but it's also the sound that's coming out of it and how it's produced. So I mean, in no particular order, because I can't really order them. I'll give you at least 5.
All right, give us 5.
So 22.
Yes, banger.
Wow. All right.
Love Story,
banger.
Blank Space,
banger. Write your name.
You may not, but Shake It Off.
Ooh, Shake It Off. No, Shake It Off is a good one.
Totally okay with that.
And that hasn't been mentioned yet.
Yeah. And I Knew You Were Trouble.
Oh yes, that's another one of my favorites.
Good one.
So, and I can give you a reason for each one, but I won't. Now here are 2 that I absolutely do not like.
Okay.
At all.
I like this.
Tim McGraw and Teardrops.
Actually, I haven't. The ones that Joey mentioned. Some of them I actually just I don't have the thing because I never heard it. One is We Are Never
Getting Back Together. Thank you. Totally with you on that. It's the whiniest. It's the whiniest song ever.
Exactly it. It's whiny. It's just bratty. It's like wee. Like, oh god, no, stop.
You're so right.
On that note here, Big Daddy Kumquat says I can picture myself going postal listening to Taylor Swift. There's that. Wow, haters gonna hate, dude. You know what?
So we're really appealing to our viewers here with that.
And Bad Blood.
And Bad Blood. All right.
It's one of her weakest songs she's ever written. And a lot of it, and just to drive it a little deeper, not to be rude, just my own subjective opinion, which is probably going to be argued about. Her newest album, where she recreated a lot of the old stuff.
Yeah,
absolutely not okay with that album. I think it's it's.
Whoa. I would have. From a musical standpoint,
and it's not from a bias of I like the originals, and I do like the originals. A lot of
like
the
a George Lucas thing where he kept adding in animals to Phantom Menace, or
no? You know what? It's like I get you're from a different perspective in life, so your music's gonna sound different, just like anything else. But how is it that you were able to take the time to write it the way you wanted, yet it's sonically some of the weakest things I've ever heard. And I think maybe it's just a difference of sound that she's going for, which is totally fine. And that's artistically, she has the right to do so. And I wish her the best as far as her artistic journey through that. But I feel like a lot of what she did to those songs is not helping it. It's distracting. So you're actually taking away from the original purpose of why you wrote that song. Especially because they're so old, it's taking it out of context. Like those songs were written at a time in her life expressing like a history. And now you're rewriting it for now, and it's never going to work because it's not then.
She's just re-recording them, right? She's not doing anything different, is she?
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
It's got deep.
They do
No.
sound different.
No, here's the thing. They
think it
have to
sounds
be
slightly-
different.
they have to be different.
No, they have to be because otherwise it's copyright.
Well, no, she owns the originals now.
That's what my understanding is that she's
When?
She bought them, right?
No, she they
Right.
got bought. The originals got bought, so she doesn't own her own catalog. So she's re-recording her album so
Why
that way
she's
she
doing
can
that.
own.
I
Her
thought she
own
bought
cat-
it.
catalog.
And you can't literally do karaoke time from the
Yeah.
originals and apply that your new voice. Like now it's new. No, you can't because then you're copywriting. It's like you're breaking copyright of yourself.
No, she's re-recording everything. She's redoing
Yeah.
the music and everything. So there's going to be slight differences. I know
There-
that, but I
there
don't
has
think
to
she's like changing songs as far
Well,
as I
she
know.
has to change it enough though. Otherwise, it's plagiarism.
Hmm.
I mean,
Because
I
then
don't think I mean, I've listened to both albums. I don't think they're that much different. I mean, I
they're
don't know.
enough. They're enough, and
Right.
there's weird
Producers.
legal things going on with that. But it's like you're the artist, so you own the. It's like a weird thing where you don't own the sales, but you do own the music.
Hmm.
It's this weird thing. I couldn't really follow it when I was reading about it because I thought it was interesting, but I'm like, okay, so why don't you make music? It was it's messy. But it's kind of like the whole Backstreet NSYNC thing when they didn't get paid, yet they were the ones doing all of it, and it's that whole era.
Music is weird, man. People
Yeah.
should just
Yeah.
own their own
Oh,
music. I hate that the fact that
Yeah,
somebody
it's
owns somebody
dirty
else's
and it's
music.
gross. But
All right, before we get down this rabbit hole, should we go
Yeah.
go to the question that
Yes.
packets? I'll just show it. Sorry, I'm cutting you off, but if
no,
you
go
Yeah,
ahead.
it was getting
I'll
deep.
talk about
getting
that
deep.
for
It's like-
days.
I like it.
what NBA player should T Swift have inspire her next song? Does anyone have a quick?
Kyrie
Uh,
Irving.
Kyrie Irving. I was
Well,
thinking
she could
Oubre.
write-
And
No,
what?
Oubre.
Why? What?
She could write an absolutely great like revenge song about like from the Nets perspective about Kyrie Irving not being vaccinated and not playing for his team.
That's possible.
I was thinking Alex Caruso, for obvious reasons. Revenge coming back after his fracture. Yeah.
There you
Okay. I was thinking. See, I said Kelly Oubre because I was like, that's probably she would date him, right? And that's what she does.
She's
That's-
dating Kelly Oubre Jr.
No, isn't that? But that's like she would date him and then break up with him and then
That's
write a
fair.
song about him. Right?
Nice.
Hey,
Yeah.
she could
He
also
just
write
got
one about-
39 tonight. Hornets just scored 158
saw that.
points, most points in the league this year.
She could also just re-record "We Are Never Getting Back Together" for Ben Simmons
Oh, there you go.
and just
nice.
That absolute
Done.
banger of a hit.
yeah, the whiniest song ever, just like Ben Simmons, your favorite basketball player.
Wow. You know
Or
what,
we
you
could-
guys?
You know what?
Oh, we've come full circle. We've come full circle.
She could re-record 22 next year for Kobe White when he's like making an all-star team. I don't know about you. I'm feeling this guy's killing it now.
Oh
And
god.
now we're officially off the rails. And now we're cutting you off, Chris.
Or him or Io. Io's gonna be 22 as well because
There
you know
you go.
they're basically the same age.
Oh.
Io is 22, so actually maybe that works better for him.
Damn. All right. What do you guys think, man? A good show? Call it
Yeah,
there.
we're good.
You got 3
I
minutes left in the Bulls
are
game.
we gonna
and then
try
we'll talk
and post these lists so we can get some votes from our fans and see if we can
Post
get
it
a
on
winner here?
Insta.
I think we got to get a
And I'll
poll
clip
up or
this
something.
YouTube clip
Okay.
and post it
about it.
on
Yes,
YouTube
please clip
separately.
it, and we'll
Yeah.
because we need a share.
So if you're
So-
listening to the pod, go out and search for it and see if you give us a vote somehow so we can
Yeah, we'll
put
definitely
this one
put this on our
put this one to
socials.
bed.
Who had the best starting
has
five?
the
Taylor
best
Swift
starting five?
And then just a little bit of how